Okay, good evening. I'm back here once again to record how the week trades went and to record my observation and how everything we took, we said in the previous video went. So the previous video was posted with my YouTube channel, and the purpose of posting for now is just to document my journey. So let me, because I'm still building myself up and also observing and passing through the experiences of the early life of a trader. So I'm still passing through the stuff. So I'm just posting them for now. So if you come across my video, just know that I'm still coming off. So that's the purpose of the video. So it's not for any financial advice. So do your due diligence before you pick any trade. Don't depend on anything I say on these videos that I do post. It's for my own personal development, but I'll be glad if it also provides insights for you. All right, let's get into it. So, at the course of our last week VIX volatility 50 index analysis, which we did from top down, that was why the video was very long. We mapped out the key places we were expecting a downward momentum. We've experienced a bearish move, and I caught two trades this week. Though a lot happened during this past week, and then I blew my account again and all that. So, but I I got two good entries after I blew my account. That was on a demo. So, but let me just hurry up and just explain the things I saw. I don't want this video to be quite long. So, this was the level we mapped out initially, that we needed price to first of all go up. That was what we said in that video. And then when it goes up, we want it to slash this, give us an entry, then we come down. That was what I explained in the previous video. So before then, I took a trade then, as you saw then, and I explained it as well. And I took that trade somewhere around here, and it was to go up. I told you that this um, liquidities here are all engineered, that we expect price to come down again and take out the engineered liquidity. That was what we agreed on. That was our thesis for the last week. So during that last week, these were the opportunities I I I saw. First of all was in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is it. This yellow line indicates the new week. Don't want to have anything to do with the previous week. So this is the first opportunity I saw, and that should have been on Tuesday. This was on Tuesday because I saw this other block. So this was when we took the buy initially. So it kept going and going. So as we said, this was the low of that day. That should have been on Sunday or something. So after everything, it kept consolidating and then moving, and it came back to this place. And this was a straight order block for me. You know how our order block strategy is. So very soon I will be bringing it out boldly about the order block issue, the order block strategy. So first of all, we saw this down close candle, and then all this move downwards to took out liquidity and still tapped back in. So when it did, let me remove this. So when it did, this took out liquidity, and then when it took out liquidity, it tapped into the order block, and this order block is a high probability order block. Why? Because it reacted from this order block as well, this down close candle before this move up. If you read the structure, this is a low, this is a high. If this comes back again, this becomes a low and creates a high. So I was already expecting the price to move up, so I anticipated this to be another block because again it has swept liquidity. I don't want to start mapping out things now. It has swept liquidity and it has gone up, come down, tapped into the other block, and then gone up again. So when it was coming down, it started sweeping. That is why I used this blue to actually indicate that all this liquidity has been taken in. That is why it entered here. And now the liquidity to target were this trend line liquidity and this um, this liquidity as well, and then the main liquidity that we were targeting for it to take during the week. So this was a very, very good trade. Most of my mentors I'm following online took the trade. I too took the trade, but I was scared about it when it was reversing back. I closed all my positions just to come and see that the trade went right my way and kept going. You should know how I felt there. And then I still blew the account without even increasing it. So, but my happiness is that I recognized the pattern, I mapped it out, and that I anticipated that it would work, and it did. So that is a plus for me. So it's a very big plus for me. So I've added in now that I will not be scared when I see my setup, and I will not be shy to take it, even if it will go against me. So, but let it just be that the system I put is what I follow. So that was the first trade I took. Okay, the second one was this should be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I don't want to start putting the um, period separator. So when this broke, I was now when the liquidity we mapped out broke, I was now expecting price to reverse down, and it wasn't giving me such thing. So when it came down this one, I was still looking at it, but it still went back up, and then at this point it broke. So early in the morning when I came, I saw this impulsive momentum down. So it could still be that it would react from this other block, this one now, and go up. I don't want to start mapping it out from this other block as they go up. But again, remember, it has touched our point of interest that we have already mapped out from the first video we did. So since it has touched our first, and then it reacted this way, everything I want is that the price will just go back to this um, last up close candle before that move down. So I didn't even wait for it to really get to that point. I entered somewhere here, but my stop loss was above this high. So after everything, it gave us that straight up move down. It gave us this straight up move down, clearing all that. So during the week, that was the highest probability trade that we took. I kept it running from that Wednesday up till be Thursday. I mean, that should be on Friday. It was around Friday that kept holding it. I was just expecting it to even come down and take this and this, but it came very close to it, very, very close to it. So our tests were very, very right. It came very close to it and then took us out when I didn't close it because it was a demo account. There was no emotions attached to it. So I was still expecting it to go down, but all of a sudden it reversed and started going up, and then the trade just scattered. Then still leaving those that liquidity there on the line. Okay, but the um the main idea was that took it gave us the entry after it took our liquidity. That's it. So our point of entry now was upon seeing this. So we were actually looking for a straightforward order block, but we didn't see. So this should have been the one. We just pick this one, and then when this price comes back to react, isn't I draw my order block from the candle wicks to the candle wicks as well. So when I will start doing other block series, you will see it. So I had to, if we were to take it from there, this is where it would be. I don't want to move down to lower time frames like 15 and 5 minutes, even 1 minute. So this was where we took the entry somewhere here. We expected it to run because at then I anticipated that the weekly high has been formed. Okay, that the weekly high has been formed, and from there it will start going down, and it did. So for this past week, the weekly high was formed on Wednesday, and the low was now formed around Friday or Saturday. Okay, so that was how the trade played out. So lessons learned was that when it gets closer to TP, most times take away the TP, and then again when you see your valid setup like this was a very valid setup, very, very valid. It was still trending up. It gave us another block, irrespective of the fact that we needed the price to start coming down. But it will not just leave liquidity. It will not just leave liquidity hanging. One, two, three. okay, that is something that we should not leave hanging. And the other block was very superb, so we then took it and went up. So that was how the trade played out. So it was two good trades. If it was well handled, would have given us something to be very grateful about. I know I entered somewhere here. So to here was 3.0. Multiply it times with how many positions and all that, you will know what you would have taken. So that is it for the last week. You can go and preview my other video and check it out. What we actually anticipated. Don't want to go all a long way to this. So, but you can remember this marking. If you go to my last video, you see this marking. It was still there, and this one as well was still there. So that was how it played out. So thank you very much. Let me cut the video short here.